Okay, when I left you, I was putting together the custard itself. And I was just stirring in the sugar. And my cameraman, me, fell asleep there for a minute, and I ran out of storage on my disc, and so he only missed one thing, and that was a teaspoon of real vanilla extract. Now, I use a nice big teaspoon and a half of it, but if you're using artificial, I wouldn't use that much because it gives it kind of a medicine taste. So as little bit of the use of this stuff, by buying the pure vanilla extract, I can taste it in a dish, and I much prefer that, so suit yourself on that. So after I'd stirred in the sugar and the vanilla into the big bowl, I then ladled the custard into the ramekins that we put the caramel into earlier. So to recap, we started out with a cup of sugar in a nice heavy bottom bowl. We caramelized that. It took about 7 minutes. You got to get the heat up pretty good. Then we coated each ramekin with that and set them aside. Then we took our big bowl, we put in 6 eggs, 2 cans of concentrated milk, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, a half a cup of sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I then ladled that into the ramekins, and then I put the ramekins into this 9 by 13 cake pan. I then sat the cake pan on the rack, and then took a pan with water and filled it to about 1.5 inches of water. So after 45 to 50 minutes, you have to check it from time to time. When you put a knife in just off center, when it comes out clean like that, I picked up a little bit on the end, but there's no runniness to it, it's done. Now a couple of these are taller than the other ones, and they got a little bit browner on top because they were a little bit farther out of the water, which is fine. Some people like them a little browner, some people like them a little lighter, so here I have a couple of each. So I pulled that out of the oven, set it here on a wire, and I let it cool down here for about 10 minutes until I can touch them. And I'll just set them off here right now. Now I can just get rid of this water and wash that up. These are going to go into the refrigerator for 1 hour. Then I'll be back and we'll unmold one and see what it looks like. Should be good. Shh. Don't tell my wife. Anyhow, here we are after an hour, and we're ready to unmold one of these puppies. Now, you always run the risk that they don't come out, and there is plan B though. Big frying pan, got water in it, I got the heat on low. You can bring it up till it gets hot and then just back off on it. If in fact the suckers don't come out, take it, set it in the water, maybe not boiling but simmering for just 25 seconds maybe. The thing isn't going to get hot on you. Take it out, small knife, wring it, Ooh. Wow. Oh, that smell. Buttery. You can just smell the butter. Boy. I'm alone here. My wife's away for a few days. Might have to eat these all myself. Anyhow, I guess we better try it, eh? Oh. Did you get a look at that? Oh, yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh. Give me a second here. You can also go back in here if there's a little left in the bottom. Just ooze that out. It's just like butter, I'm telling you. Oh, the caramel is just so sweet. And the flan itself, the custard, one of the best desserts on the face of the earth. So anyway, you can see here, while I was away, made up a loaf of bread, which is braising up here real nice. I'm going to bake that off, and Super Bowl starts in about 2 hours. Before it does, I'll have that bread out nice and warm. We're going to have some pork sandwiches. One of my cronies is coming down. Have some pork sandwiches and eat the flan. Now, what you can do with this at this point is cover it with plastic. Make it a day ahead. Cover it with plastic. Put it in the fridge. Then, if you got some guests, which I don't usually make this if I'm having over 6 people, because that's quite a bit of work. But up to 6 people, put it in the fridge, cover it with plastic. Then we eat, we do what we do. We're going to have dessert. I just take them, put them in the hot water, a minute or so, all it takes. Set out my plates, tip them out, they go down, and I love to watch people's faces when they bite into this stuff. It's pretty good. It's almost kind of what you might call a religious experience. See you next time. Thanks a lot.